Hi, Angelica, Daphne here. How are you? Good to hear you get your essays and really good. Thank you for getting on board with the course. I think your exam is coming up quite soon, you said. So let's work as hard as we can to get you where you want to go. So some people think schools have to be more entertaining, others think their sole purpose is to educate. Which do you agree with? So opinion essay. So we want your opinion here. There is a common belief, IEF, belief, that school's purpose or a school or schools apostrophe s purpose is to teach scientific and technical knowledge, leaving out the fun of playing. Nevertheless, currently there are some schools that have seen in entertainment a tool to educate. Very nice. In entertainment, all right, okay, now go for that. We mustn't repeat this too much. Entertainment. I believe. Okay, so opinion here. This essay will analyse 2 points of view on this topic. Okay, 2 points of view from Norway and USA, something like that, about this topic, or to develop this topic, something like that. Right, good, very nice. Good intro, lots of interesting things there. I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be good. Lately. Now, how do you mean lately? Lately could be last night. Lately could be a few weeks ago. You need to be more specific there. In recent years or in the past decade, teachers and school principals have given playing a new meaning. Don't give to, but have given playing a new meaning as a way of learning. I wouldn't say necessarily have given. I'm not sure if that's academic enough, really. I would have attached, you could say, have attached a new meaning to play as a way of learning. Okay? Maybe I think that would be a bit better. Now, this is largely because recent studies have shown that it's easier for, don't use kids, to informal youngsters, children, school-aged children, to remember what they learned during this amusing time. Good. Compared to during a traditional lesson. So you need to make that comparison there. For example, one of the big pillars of the Norwegian educational system, either Norway's, maybe go, it's easier to do this. Norway's apostrophe education system is how they integrate classrooms and playground in one space so that, or where, okay, children again have the opportunity to learn while they're playing. Can we find another word for playing? While they are involved in sport or music or drama or singing or outside. Kind of let's expand this in the same environment. Therefore, they do not see the classroom as boring, but as a space for relaxation, a space as a boring and plain space, but a relaxingly enjoyable place. Okay, good, nice. You could say place filled with happiness or something like that. Or yeah, really nice. I like your example. It's interesting. In addition, schools need to be seen as an environment to create relationships as social members where children learn how to become a positive influence on their community. This is due to the fact that, according to a recent, you've got a relative clause there, according to a recent Harvard study, people who have had strong and healthy relationships with their partners at school. Partners suggests relationships. So I would say peer group. Peer group, yeah, at school. Have, so you don't need that, that can go, have a 20% more probability to become a positive influence in their society. Good. So positive, let's kind of put a few more words in here. Well balanced, because this is what you really mean. And well balanced influence into their society. For instance, educational system in Japan, capital J, emphasizes, so it's this educational system emphasizes, singular verb, the children's apostrophe education and the topics they're good at and the way they learn to solve problems and activities as a team with their schoolmates. Nice. Yes, the collaborative learning. Problems and activities as a collaborative team. Let's put that word in there. So we're putting in some quite nice high-level words, which is going to help. Okay. Ah, fun. Exercises. Oh, so it's changing the spelling to American spelling. Don't worry about that. With their schoolmates. As a consequence, they learn how to work with their partners as a community. They have learned. As soon as you use since, watch out, you need present perfect. That's a grammar danger zone. They have learned. The idea is that they haven't finished learning, they're still learning. To conclude from the examples and arguments given, I firmly believe that schools have to improve their spaces. Yeah, their physical spaces, I'd say, in order to give children the knowledge in technical topics, but also social behaviour and how to interact with other people through entertainment or entertaining activities. You've got it as an adjective there. Okay. In this way, this could be a step forward for a better and stronger society. Really nice. I wouldn't use mates. Sorry, just what did I use? Friends. Friends. Okay, not mates. Really nice essay, Angelica. You've got lots of super good stuff there. All we're doing is tidying it up and just making it a bit sharper. But really, really good here. So doing an enjoyable activity with a child. Similar kind of idea, this in a way, isn't it? Now, this essay we'll discuss. Hang on. I'm missing a bit here. Ah, no, I'm still missing a bit here. Okay, I want, like you did in the other one, I want a general sentence at the beginning. A brrr. Yeah? These days, there's a lot of discussion about, or some people believe that reading is okay, now I would start with there is no doubt that, or experts believe that, reading is a fundamental, important skill for children. However, others are challenging this view and arguing that other skills are necessary for today's world, something like that. So you need a bit of blah, 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 blah before you start coming into this. And I also need your opinion. It could be that there's a bit cut out of this. I don't know why, but it feels like this is half the intro and there's a bit missing from the top. Apologies if that's the case. In the last 10 years, playing has become part of the daily routine as a way of teaching in schools and families. This is largely because, according to the World Health Organization, this enjoyable time helps children to improve their cognitive development, development and helps children, and creates strong relationships with parents and friends, which in the long term could help to reduce health problems. Yeah, super, great first line there. For example, children with Down syndrome who regularly have, or who regularly have 2 hours a day playing activities like painting, have shown, so don't use had past perfect, use present perfect, have shown improvement in their creative and speaking skills. Therefore, there is no doubt that relaxing activities, so I wouldn't say that, I say there's no relaxing and creative activities can help children to learn and develop new skills. Okay, nice. Secondly, whilst there is no argument that you can't say reading is not good. That reading is, there's no doubt that reading is an important tool for knowledge because it helps children to improve spelling and vocabulary. You can take out but, it does not mean that it has to be boring, or boring is not very high level, so I'm going to put in this solitary activity. This is due to the fact that singing, ing, could be considered as a form of reading. That's a nice idea. As recent studies have shown that children find music a more enjoyable activity and prefer singing rather than reading. Okay, so rather than repeating singing, put singing and music, maybe. For instance, according to the stuttering, you need a S. Foundation, there's evidence that the brain functions differently during singing or reading rather than talking, or compared to talking. In this case, it helps not just communicate better, but to remember the information more easily. You need more and then easily. It has to come at the end there. As a consequence, reading or singing could become an entertainment activity that helps develop our brain, and benefits relaxation, mental health even, Add that in too. As a conclusion, activities like playing and reading now could be bonded. Yeah, could be bounded. I think, do you mean bonded? Or included together as an entertaining tool for teaching, considering both activities help children to develop better skills for the future. Having this in mind, it will be necessary for parents and children to include these kinds of activities in their daily routine at home and at school, just to reinforce what you're saying in order to form happy and smarter adults. Wouldn't use smarter, not an academic word, too informal, happy and better, balanced. Use the word rounded, which means kind of well-educated, rounded adults. Okay? All right, that's really nice. Well done. Good start there. There's lots of good things in that essay. Well done. And I think you haven't got long, so keep going. Have a look at the corrections I've made. Rewrite any sentences you're not really sure about. And then, watch the next modules. Send me the next ones as soon as you can. Thank you.